Well, hey guys, just returned jet setted in from Bali 24 hours ago and getting back into the rhythm of it. I just wanted to send through a quick message to you all to share some information and just give you all huge hope that these trips are definitely not just a dream for some of you. They actually will be reality in years to come. There is nothing better than your first trip, and Michelle will be able to sort of impart some of that to her team. And I think you come back thinking, oh my God, you thought it was going to be good, but they over deliver in all ways. So the reason for this message is to tell you that it's incredible experience hanging out with those people. What do you expect on these trips? Well, you rock up, they look after you like first class treatment all the way. They give you presents in every corner. We've got like the most enormous rooms. The resort 5 stars. The people there, they just are waiting on your beck and call. They put activities, events. Our first event we had was parasailing, jet skiing, going on banana boat rides. There was quad bike riding. They're just massages. It's just like an incredible experience, and I just want you guys to experience it. I remember my upline said to me first time he went was, I'm never ever going on my own again. I want to experience it with someone else. So Michelle's experienced it this time for her first time, and she'll be able to tell you that it is worth the work. I got the picture up behind me of Hong Kong next year that you all could be on, and then we've also obviously got the huge one in 2016, a 10-night cruise. So that's all the exciting part. Now the hard yards. Well, it's not really that hard. The funniest thing about this is going into this environment for the last few days. There was a few meetings. I was invited to spend some time with a guy called Michael McQueen, who Amway employed to come in and analyse their business, spent lots and lots of money, and he was talking a lot about change and how companies, if they don't move with change, won't be around, like Kodak. And so basically Amway is a part of that change, and they now realise they need to modify a little bit about the way they enter the market with people. And as we already knew, the leading with the product approach has been working phenomenally well for us, and they are right behind it. So I just want you to know you're doing the right thing. It won't be long before the world takes notice and continues to run with this model that we are doing so well. So first of all, we all need to be products of the product. It's our number one thing. The company's putting on so many great incentives in the next 12 months to help people to get ahead. There's so much more money at the lower levels. I'm talking like truckloads more money, more than you've ever seen. They recognize that the number one reason people move out is they don't make enough money early on. So this chart your course process, where the 90-day voucher system, 15% off your first order, and then if you order over 100 points or 200 points or 50 points, your next order will be a discount of that dollar value. So a 200 PV order, which is quite a big order, will then elicit a 200 discount your next order, or 100 PV will give you a $100 discount, and then so forth for the next 2 orders. If you go all the way through those 3 sort of like voucher orders, you'll get a $200 bonus for doing so. And if you help 2 people to do this at any time, and they're on your what we call frontline, you get $250 paid to you. I mean, this money is huge in the early days. So it's quite exciting, especially for what we do. I don't want to sort of get bogged down into the detail of that. So we'll be doing a webinar this Friday to explain it. We will be recording it, of course. It'll be short and sharp, just to explain the benefits of this 90-day process. So one thing I got out of this conference or this trip was that we are so in the right team. Gad and Melissa are both invited to be a part of this what we call the Strategic Task Force, STF, and they have a lot of understanding. They know the goings on of what's happening in the business now and in the future, and the company put a lot of trust in their knowledge, and they are basically just the leaders in the field right now globally, and we're just in the perfect team with them. They know how to get this thing going. They're just about to spend some time on Jim and Nancy's private jet in the States when they go and speak for them. They're going to holiday with Dave and Jules again. They're just hanging out with the right people. So you need to know that we're in the right spot. There's no doubt about that. But it doesn't come without work, of course. You've got to do the work. You cannot just be sort of wishing this thing to move forward. I know David Dorn at the last conference made it pretty clear that you need to be able to be a promoter, not a promotee. Or he said, you've got to actually learn how to sell the event, not the ticket. So we've got an event coming up in Sydney, as a lot of guys do on the Saturday night. This Saturday night with BDS with Gad and Melissa. Are you good at selling the event, or are you good at selling the ticket? Because if you're good at selling the ticket, you'll get $25. If you're good at selling the event, then you're going to get people who come in and go out the end of it thinking, wow, I want this, I'm going to move forward. So it's a subtle thing. I think you need to just get good at doing that. You need to hang around the right people. If you're not good at it, just watch it, see what happens. But I can tell you, without doubt, the event this Saturday night in Sydney that I'm promoting, and I know there's events in Queensland and there's events in Melbourne as well, will be one of the highlight events that we've ever had. We've got a couple new silver producers. Elizabeth and Sue Ellen will be recognised as 21% for the first time. It's kind of like your first trip. When you reach that level, it's just a phenomenal experience. You're starting to get a lot of the benefits of the business. You're getting a $3,500 income. You know, you're maintaining it. You're getting $1,000 bonus each month. You do 7 months of it within a 12-month period. You're on the next trip to Hong Kong. If you continue to do it, you'll be on the trip to the Baltic. So these guys are well and truly in the running. They're actually now being invited to go to a captain's cocktail party in early December for people that are in the running for the trip. So you'll see them presented on stage, as you will other leaders, a lot of other recognitions going through the door. But most importantly, you're going to hear from Gad and Melissa, who don't often speak in Sydney. You know, he's being asked to speak in Poland in a couple of months' time. They've just recently returned from the Philippines. You know, they're over at speaking in front of tens and 20,000s of people constantly, and we have them in our own auditorium, Wesley Street, this Saturday night to share the wisdom with us, and perhaps even to hang out with them at the end and get a bit of an insight as to what you may need to do. So you need to be in that environment. You really do need to be in that environment. I know a lot of you aren't in Sydney. I know we've got Dale and Jody in Melbourne that are kicking absolute butt. Dale's just been asked to do the health talk again this Thursday night, 20th of November. He'll be on stage at their BDS promoting himself. You know, there's no one else. You're not meant to promote yourself, but they just get him up to talk about himself because he's as good as it gets in Melbourne. We've got Nathan Goff in Cairns, who's just qualified for the Neutralite trip. He'll be in California in about 2 weeks' time on an all-expense-paid holiday, hanging out with Sam Rimborg and the team, kicking absolute butt up there. And of course, in Sydney, Michelle, who's just gone platinum and will continue to qualify, qualifies for these trips now that she's been on one and she knows what it's all about. So her two, new silvers this weekend will see you'll start to be on that journey, that curve. So just want to finish with, are you a promoter or a promotee? If you don't have your ticket in your hand right now, then you're just wishing this thing to move forward. If you haven't got your ticket, get it. Ask your coach for a ticket and ask them for a few so you can actually sell them to people, so you can get people in that environment, because you need to let that environment do the work. That's one thing, I guess, that I learned in the early days, and Gad and Melissa both said this many, many, many times. They're hopeless at so many things. They really are. They're absolutely terrible. You'd be so surprised how normal and just everyday people they are. But one thing they are super good at, they're incredibly good at selling the thing that sells the thing. What I mean by that is they're great promoters. They can promote anything if they really highly and utterly believe in it. So get yourself to that event, but not only get there, bring people with you, because these events will juggernaut you into this lifestyle that you could never, ever imagine. So, guys, it's out there. It's ready for you to take. I just want you to know that. It seriously is. We are in the right place. I mean, it's just a matter of work, and you can just be living the lifestyle of your dreams in the years to come, because it is certainly out there. It is certainly out there. You just got to grab it. See you guys.